those in history who are looking, or in the future, if anyone is watching this, they don't have to sit through that whole spiel to get to the gaming. And the gaming is... everything's correct. Yay. Everything works. Okay, so previously on the Shackled City,
we explored Jar de Ruin more.
We found the rat familiar, but we got wiped out by a mimic.
We got bullshitted by a mimic.
I'm still pissed off about this.
We got kidnapped by the mimic and taken to the Malachite Fortress.
mm-hmm.
Where
Well,
we
it
are
makes me not want to play, to be honest. It's like just out of that rage.
Well, I will attempt to ensure you get the opportunity for vengeance upon the mimic. Or not. I mean, if you really don't want to play the Shackled City, if it makes you uncomfortable, part of my responsibility as a GM is to go, okay, we can consider this and set this aside.
Then what would the stream be? Would it be just coming up with a new game?
Mm-hmm.
New characters and all that? The character creation of a new game?
I don't know. We can be flexible. We can change the stream topic and such and go back to just bullshitting.
I don't know. I think I just feel worse if we switch games just because I got pissed off at a mimic.
I just wish to say, being pissed off at your first mimic is an entirely justifiable stance. I mean, no one's going to hold you against it if we do that.
I'm not as pissed off about the mimic as I am slightly annoyed over the fact that the mimic caused us to miss stuff.
Did it?
Yeah, because we skipped parts. We
Have
went
you?
straight from the mimic place to the Malachite Fortress.
We can always just go back to the other parts later.
Yeah,
We're still in the fort. We're still. I think we're still technically in Shadowroo, just somewhere else.
Yeah.
And it's important to note to remember, especially when you're playing an older thing like this, you're not missing parts of the story because the story is built by your actions and the consequences. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah.
Why did the mimic resist acid?
It's immune to acid. It doesn't resist acid. It's immune.
That's worse.
And that's its only immunity and resistance. It's acid. That is the bullshittery of that particular mimic encounter. The melee character got stuck. The magic user only had acid.
Yeah. And like most people since 2005, you do not compulsively carry Universal Solvent.
Yes.
Because during D&D 3rd Edition, we learned that we collectively decided mimics are bullshit.
Yes.
Which means that y'all who started playing after then just... And this is partly my fault. I forgot that people don't assume treasure chests might be mimics anymore.
I slightly thought, the tiniest little thought in my back of my mind that something was up because you kept mentioning the chest. Like, hey Mal, you see a chest. The first thing you said was you see a chest. Not that I see the Starbrow. What is that I saw the chest. And then we saw Starbrow. And then as we were getting Starbrow out, you're like, hey Mal, do you want to open that chest?
Yeah. I was hoping that would make you suspicious.
I was slightly suspicious, but not suspicious enough to stop myself.
I kind of missed the whole thing about the chest until the last second, so...
But you're not the one who stuck your hands on it, so... And that's why I asked, did you grab it with both hands? And you're like, I guess.
I mean, why would I only grab and open a chest with one hand?
Huh?
I mean, why would I grab and open a chest with only one hand?
Yeah, I was trying to give you the out.
That would have saved us, and that's 52 HP.
Yeah, would have given you like a free arm to like cut your other hand off and run.
Name myself.
We're not as hardcore as Tom Kit.
Oh, Tom, that was such a wonderful moment. I loved it. For people listening who were not aware, or who didn't, you can go to my YouTube channel and see that, because that's a previous thing I streamed when we tried second edition and green slime got on someone, and instead of dealing a point of damage to scrape it off, because he didn't think about it, he held out his arm and had another player cut it off. And then he found out after the fact that he didn't have to do it. He was super pissed off, but his character was so badass from that moment onward.
Too bad he didn't think so.
Yeah, Tom is Tom.
But yeah, we are locked in cells, and I have my idea that might or may not work.
I have my idea that may or may not work, and we also beg that we get the chance, like right after they left.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, we ended right as they were leaving.
Yes.
Like, not they have left, they are leaving
yes.
at this point.
Because one of you had an idea, and I thought it might cause an extended thing. So we stopped as they were leaving rather than as they left.
Oh yeah, could I go to the jail cells now? I can't find my
Are you on the Malachite Fortress?
Yes. There we are.
This is a big map.
Yeah, the only thing that's revealed is this tiny little spot right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, pissed off guards and I got knocked out. Okay.
Yes. Which may or may not make whatever idea Mal has really stupid. So now, they're on their way out. What stupid idea did you have?
I want to use Charm Animal on Prickles. Or attempt to use Charm Animal on Prickles. I'm not sure if he's an animal or not.
Alright. So, let me review how Charm Animal works. I just want to make sure I don't fuck this up. So, verbal and semantic components. Okay. So you cast the spell. And I need to oh god, I forgot about needing to bookmark their stats. It's okay. I remember where they are, so I can just go get them. Yar. There you are. Okay. So, you cast this. It has verbal and semantic components. Mm-hmm. So... So as they are heading out, this thing stops, turns its head, pads its way over here, hunches over and starts growling as it bangs at the door. Prickles does. Prickles, this dog-like creature with bones on the outside of its chest and long porcupine-like quills. And Kazmajin lumbers his way towards here and says, "Prickles, what's wrong? What's going..." That's not the voice I gave Kazmajin. "Prickles, what's going on here? What's wrong?" As he looks through through the window at you, Turvu.
Hmm?
What have you done to upset my beloved Prickles? Sarkad's just like, sir, may I return? And goes, yes, go ahead. I'll holler.
I just wanted to say, Prickles, would you kindly open the door?
Prickles looks up at Kazmajan and almost like, and Kazmajan turns back to Prickles and repeats what you say in some sort of unholy gluttural language. Do you speak Abyssal?
No, simply because you said I would only have common, because I was just raised by my mother.
Okay.
Dang it, if only I was conscious.
And as he says this, Prickles starts laughing. Its shoulders shake, it leans back his head, just laughing as dogs do. And Kazmajan looks back at you and says, I don't think Prickles will open the door for you. But if you'd like, I can.
If you would be so kind.
He smiles. Of course. And he's going to attempt to do this and look intimidating. Let's see if it works. It doesn't. So first he attempts to like grab the door and just yank it open, but no.
Mm-hmm.
Then he just takes the key, unlocks it, and swings it open, stepping in towards you.
I will immediately cast Daze on him.
Does 17 beat that save?
Probably. Yes.
He just smiles at you. You should be broken before you're sold. And he balls up a fist and swings in towards your gut. Plus that. Right? Yes.
Doesn't it?
Describe, as he balls up his fist and swings towards your gut, how it does not hit.
Well, I don't have my armor, so it's just my dex, so I'm assuming I definitely dodge his fist.
Okay. Well, in this case, I think...
I just barely dodge his fist, because he tied with my AC without armor.
Okay. So I think at this moment, we are actually in initiative.
Blech.
So, we're going to keep you going first. I just need to roll off between him and his... I don't need you to roll. I just need to roll off between him and the other one.
Him and Prickles.
Yep. And we get to see how terribly this is going to go for you.
Or awesome.
Terribly. For almost certainly this is going to go horribly for you. But sure, Turbo. You have just deftly dodged this lumbering, green-skinned man's fist.
I'm going to use Unwitting Ally on Prickles.
Okay. So once again, I'm double-checking your all these spells right now because I don't want to fuck up.
Unwitting Ally makes them count as an ally for me for the purpose of flanking.
Yes, that's a will
for
save.
1 round.
That's a will save.
It's automatic. Is it?
One living creature, 1 round, saving throw, will negates spell resistance, yes.
Gotcha.
So, let's see if the dice hate you, as usual or not.
Yeah, the dice hates me.
That is a 19 plus 3.
So the dice really hate me.
Yeah. Prickles is
Not my
not
ally.
your ally.
Not my flanking buddy.
Nope. And it leans back and howls. I need you to make a will save.
Oh, my lowest save. Actually, it's not my lowest save. Yeah. I have had that.
You are now cursed by the howler's howl.
And what does that do?
You take 1 wisdom damage.
Mm.
In an hour, you'll have to make the save again.
Mm.
It's a magical curse.
Good thing it currently does not affect my modifier at all for wisdom.
And Casmagen here looks at you and says, "This spellcasters, you're worth so much, but are you worth the trouble?" As he once again attempts to punch you.
That hits me.
Yep.
Oof.
For 7 non-lethal damage.
Okay, I'm still up.
Turbo.
Should I fuck it and try to punch Casmagen?
Okay. So the token is not completely accurate here. He is actually wearing full plate armor.
Oh.
So you swing and you connect with what you think is kind of this leather vest he's wearing, and you feel the sudden strike of steel underneath it.
Mm.
Prickles begins to puff out his quills as Casmagen goes, "No, don't damage the merchandise."
And that hits me. And I don't think he can do any less than 2, so I am down. Yeah.
And he
I'm not
just...
dying. He punched me. I'm not dying, he punched me.
That's right.
I have
took
9
wrong.
HP, he did 14 non-lethal damage.
The buttons are right next to each other. I literally just clicked a pixel too low.
Yeah.
But he goes and he shuts the door. And, well, that's all you're aware of for the time being.
Sadly, Prickles was a demon and not an animal.
Ooh, that's right. Ooh, uh-oh. How long until you regain consciousness?
Me?
Yeah.
How much non-lethal damage do I heal?
This could be very bad.
I need 6 non-lethal damage healed before I am conscious.
I need 2 non-lethal.
You regain 1 hit point per hour per character level.
So it takes 3 hours.
4 hours for me.
Okay. You aren't as important. So, Turvu, I need to look something up.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you get to make saves as normal. Wonderful. I need you to make the will saves. The curse does not go away. You lose another wisdom.
And it's wisdom that goes for will saves, right?
Yes.
So that would now officially lower my will save to 3.
Yep.
I do it for each hour.
Yep. There's another gone.
All right, still at 3 though.
Okay. You banish the curse as you come to consciousness. But you do feel more foolish than you did when you slept. As though part of your mind, part of your very sanity has been leashed away. All of the time you slept, you had dreams, but they weren't your normal sort of nightmares. They were just the howling laughter of prickles.
And I come up with basically 1 hit point because I have 9 HP and 1 non-lethal damage. Or 8 non-lethal damage with 9 HP.
Yep, and by this point, you said 4 hours before you woke up, right, Antonio?
If it's like 1 HP per
It's
hour,
1
then
HP
yes.
per hour per level. So you would heal 2 in an hour.
Oh.
So
you'd
you're
be up
awake
in an
before
hour.
Turvu is. I'm going to say that the shut cell for you, Tonatium, blocked the line of effect for the Howlers. Shout.
Question.
Yes?
Did he close the door?
Yes.
Oh, he closed my cell door.
Yes, he did.
You didn't mention it, so I was like, did he forget?
Yes, I said well, actually, I said you don't know what he does, but yes, he did.
Yeah. Gotcha. I mean, Total Team has 2 hours to try his thing before I wake up.
Yeah.
Again, could you describe to me what my cell feels like as I pad the door?
The walls are made out of smoothed stone, as though they were carved from the stone and smoothed rather than built by brick. The door is iron. The hinges are upon the outside. There is a small slit for food at the bottom, which opens and closes from the outside. There is a slit at about eye level with bars that opens and closes from the outside. And there is the plate full of moldering food.
Gross.
And by this point, I'm assuming some sort of puddle of your own excrement, because it's been a little while.
Gross.
Yeah.
Let me think. I could try that. I don't know if this would work. So you're saying this is a metal door and it's just metal walls next to it, like around it?
Stone walls.
Stone walls.
Smooth stone walls.
And the only thing holding your door locked is a metal bar.
Yes, there's on the outside, so the door opens to the outside, and there's a long metal bar kind of latched in to keep it from opening. Previously, that slit on your cell was open, but they have closed it.
Can I make a knowledge engineering to figure out what if the iron on the door or the stone would be more meltable with acid?
So go ahead and make the roll. Asking me hard questions I actually have to look through.
I think it's not the bar.
That's slightly annoying. The rule is at GM discretion, so now I actually have to make decisions. So you know That the answer to that question really depends mostly upon the thickness of the stone wall. However, acid tends to react more strongly with metal than with stone. So if the stone wall is thick, it will probably go faster than the door. Or if it's thin. But if the wall is thick, the door will probably go faster. Just because it'll have fewer hit points. And you will... So essentially, against stone, you deal half damage, and then hardness is deducted. Against the metal, you deal full damage and bypass hardness.
Okay. Wonder if I'm out the latch, then I could probably push the door open.
But the latch is on the outside.
And I cannot see it, can I?
Not presently.
Could I at least see the bolt between the door crack?
It is tight against the door, against the stone. It's a well-built door. But you do think that perhaps the eye slit may not latch. Which could give you a way out, possibly.
I'll inspect the eye latch. Describe the eye latch to me?
So you know how like in prisons and movies you have those bars and there'll be that sliding door that they can slam shut so they don't have to look at you?
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those You're on the inside of it. The bars are between you and the door. But based on your knowledge of engineering of prison doors, you think that probably doesn't latch, so you might be able to work it open from the inside.
Let's see.
In particular, I'll say you can work it open, but a dexterity check will determine how long it takes.
I tap on the ice latch still thingy to get a feel of how thick it is.
It's actually rather thin. It's only maybe, I don't know, an eighth of an inch thick.
Well, let's try that first. I will acid splash the latch thingy.
Okay.
The eye. Should I make an attack roll first?
Go ahead and just... I'll say you can put your finger right next to it and acid splash it. Just give me your damage. So you manage to actually burn a hole with your acid splash. It doesn't like knock it off, but you get like enough of a hole to put your finger through. And with doing that again, like within 3 or 4 rounds, you can run your finger up and down the latch and melt through this, so you can just flick the end of it off.
All right.
And with that, you can see the hinges on the outside of the door.
Can I reach it?
You cannot reach it. The bars are too close together. You can't actually put through it, but you could. You have line of sight, assuming you can see in the dark.
You cannot see in the dark.
I cannot see well in the dark.
Then you cannot see it.
You can feel that there are bars.
Mm-hmm.
You could melt those bars, try to feel around for a way to open the door from the outside.
Yes, and you can feel that those bars are about an inch thick.
About an inch.
And based on your experience with the previous little bit, you think you could melt your way through the bars, but it would probably take you 2 minutes per bar to melt them enough to remove them. And even then, if you get them through, the best you can do is kind of get your arm out to your elbow.
Still, I need to figure out what Okay, so I think I will try a bar on the left side.
All right. That is
I'll
the side you
attempt
think
to,
the hinges will be on. There's
and
no
I'll
need to
attempt to.
roll. There's no need to roll. You'll need to get 2 bars out, so it'll take you about 5 minutes, let's say, to get that through. But you can get it through. There's no sense in
Okay.
rolling dice on this. Just to acid splash your way through this bar.
So I can get to the latch now,
You can get to the hinges.
to the hinges.
Now this time I will have you roll attacks because at this point you're going to be kind of groping blindly while you cast your spell.
All right, all right.
So we'll actually have to roll the attacks and damage for these for the hinge. And you can only really get to one of the hinges. 2 of the hinges. The third one's too low. But you can try to get to these. You're going top or middle?
Let's try middle.
Okay. So let's have your attack. That you manage to acid splash the lock.
Oh, I can open it now?
I need your damage.
Oh.
You to acid slash the hinge. There isn't a lock, there's a big metal bar. Okay, so you do get some melting on the hinge. And since you managed to get the hinge, you can keep melting through, and it'll take you about half a minute to melt off that one hinge.
Okay. So I guess I can focus on the top now, all right?
Yep. You do not grab the hinge with that attack, leaving acid pitting upon the wall.
I wonder if I can do that. No, I don't think I can. It's not a proper light spell. Let's try again.
Okay, that will hit. And this time you can melt that off, and you're pretty good. So at this point... Yeah, so at this point, once you hit it, you've melted it, so there's no need to roll damage. So now the door is really just held in place by the one hinge on the bottom, and its natural tendency to open outwards, leaning against the wall that holds it shut.
So how would I so I could more easily force it open or something?
You could shoulder bump it, yeah.
You can attempt to force it open.
I guess I. Guess I'll test the door's strength.
Boom! It does not come off. It wobbles, but he didn't quite get it there. You can try again if you like.
This is going to get risky.
Yeah, you're making noise.
Like, the door gave, it just didn't give enough to open.
This is... So... if I removed another bar, could I reach the lower end of the one, or...?
You would have to open the door to remove the bar.
Okay. I still can't see the bar.
No.
No.
Are you trying to open by kicking out or pulling in?
I was gonna try pushing.
Okay. So that means you're pushing against the rod. That's there, the bar that's there to keep it shut.
So,
Because right now the door
Can I
is being
see
held
the
in
rod?
place. I'm sorry?
Could I see the rod?
No, it's pitch black.
Eh,
You know it's there, and you know that the only things holding the door in place are it and that one hinge on the bottom.
it and that one hinge.
Yes.
I'm gonna look up something real quick. See if I could try to do it.
As you do that, I will say hello to all the people who have shown up to watch. Or to listen is more accurate. We are playing Pathfinder, Man versus Door.
And man versus two other man.
So it's almost like it's 2 man, 1 man.
No mans because it's a tiefling, some orc ogre thing, and a demon dog.
What did you call Casvision?
Some orc ogre thing.
I forgot what he was.
He's an orc, right?
You don't know.
I mean, he's great.
You know that he's taller than you. He's green. He's extremely muscular. He has a rather svelte beard.
Okay, Kit, I'm gonna try this, and I want you to say if you approved. I am going to cast Prestidignation on the door to make it glow in the dark. You know, like those little glow in the dark stuff?
It does.
Prestidigitation.
The door now glows softly in the dark like a shitty little bracelet glow stick. What color did you pick?
Green.
Cool. So the bar does not glow in the dark, but you can kind of see the shadow of it at this point. It's a thick rectangular bar of steel. You're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 or 5 inches thick.
That'll take significantly longer to melt.
Yeah.
Would you be able to move it if you got more of a...
Yeah, you could barely touch it, but yeah, it would probably take you an hour at least to melt your way through the bar.
Hmm.
And you wouldn't even be able to like melt by touching. You'd have to like lean out with your finger over it and just drip acid onto it.
What about that last hinge?
You cannot see the hinge. The bar is in the way. But you can see how the door wobbles a little bit with its poor support. As though it might be a simple matter to yank it down.
I will attempt to yank it.
Okay. There you go. That beats the DC 11.
You yank that crank.
Yeah, so you can now that you see it, you manage to just grab it and you just pull and push and kind of use the bar as a lever, and that pops off and the door just comes to the ground with a crash. At which point you can...
Wait.
I'm sorry?
I was hoping I could catch the door before that happens.
Make a reflex save.
Where's my save?
This will not invalidate their perception check, it will just make it harder.
Nice roll.
So, the only sound is the popping of the hinge as it clangs across the other way. Which means they most certainly do not hear it. You can gently lay the door down. You can gently lift the bar up.
And I'm free?
Yeah. And the person across the way leans out of his open slit going, "Oh, they're gonna kill you. I don't know. I can't. Oh, but I want to, but oh. Oh,
To be fair, I would find death preferable than whatever awaits for me.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't.
You sure? Might be your only chance.
I have no weapons. I have no magic. This guy can barely see it. He's like lifting himself up as he does. He goes, if you bring me a knife, I'll fight. We'll all fight if you can bring us knives. And the man down the way goes, he can bring us knives. We know nothing. Knives. We might have a chance. And Devin up at the front is like, you're stupid, you're all gonna die. There's no hope. Beyond that, yeah. The prisoners seem to be quite open to the idea of revolt if they can be armed.
Shame I don't have any weapons on me.
Nope, to remind you, you are presently, stripped down to a loincloth.
Yeah. Probably a soiled loincloth.
Yep. Not a great situation to be in. It's okay, when you write the history of your heroism, you can wash this part out, right?
You can omit the shit.
Yeah.
First, let's try to survive another day first.
And you get out just in time for Turvu to wake up.
By the way, have you seen was there someone else that came in here with me?
The guy goes, there was someone making trouble. There, he leans a finger out and points up towards Turvu's cell. That away.
Alright, thank you.
So you've gotten far enough away from the glowing door that you can't see shit.
But since I'm awake and I can see in the dark.
Yeah, but your thing's been shut.
Mine's
You
shut.
see me clumsily patting
No,
around with
My eye hole is shut.
Yep.
this is the end of the door, so this should work. I say as I start unlocking it.
You just have to remove the bar. So you pick up the bar. So Turvu, from inside, you hear some clanking noise and then the sound of someone moving the bar, which... Would you make a stealth roll, Antonio?
Oh no.
I'm going to let you make that roll. I shouldn't. This should be an automatic failure, but I'm going to be nice because of the fucking mimic. I'm going to assume you were trying to be quiet.
I'm not trained in this, but I do have that bonus from...
Can get stuff.
And you get the door open, and Turvu, you see Tonatium standing there in naught but a soiled loincloth.
How did you manage to open the door?
I didn't.
Doesn't exactly answer my question, but sure. I'm gonna step on out. There as well.
Excuse me. Yes, there's a door there.
Does that door have a bar?
It does not.
I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna take the.
Give me
the
one
bar
moment
from...
before you move. There's one thing I want to check. There we go. Because you can see Turvu, and you down here. I would like you to make a perception check as you come out of your cell.
All right.
You can see the outline of a door right there on your left, in the stone.
A door in the stone.
Yes, you barely noticed it.
I'm gonna open it a crack and peek in.
You see within this some stone slabs slammed up against the wall, piled with a number of miscellaneous items, clothing, daggers, armor. And as you're looking, you recognize, in addition to some other things, your equipment and Tonatium's equipment.
I will turn back to Tonatium. I found our equipment.
Good.
I will lead him into the room since he can't see. And I'll start grabbing our gear.
So there's stuff in here in addition to your gear. There's a small suit of studded leather armor, a blood-stained chain shirt, a blood-encrusted short sword, a pair of long swords, a leather bag full of caltrops, a 30-foot length of hemp rope, 3 torches, and an empty backpack, alongside any items you had that are worth 100 gold pieces or less.
Let's see. We have the dagger, short sword, fancy earwear. Would a sunrod count as a under 100?
Yep.
Thunderstone.
I think all of your equipment was.
I'm just like double checking.
I need to check one thing: my master of artisan tools.
Oh, those are more than 100. Yeah, those are not there.
Oh no, the scrolls.
The scrolls are not there.
The scrolls and potion.
Yes.
I'll just mark those as with an X as in not there.
And your spellbook, being effectively a bunch of scrolls bound together. Those are not there. And from this side, you can very clearly see the secret door on the other end.
For my tools, is it because of their tools or is it because of the cost? Is it only 55?
Oh, then they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have my masterwork artisan tools.
Yep, they're there then.
Got my crossbow and my bolts. I have a dagger, short sword, and a fancy ewer. I forgot what a ewer was.
It's like a big fancy like pouring jug.
Yeah.
You also have the 2 tattered dark robes. You can like put those on, or like also have clothes. So they're like also like weapons in here too, right?
Yeah.
Someone like
There are, weapon-wise, 2 long swords, a blood-encrusted short sword.
Cool. I will put on all my armor, get my star knives on me.
Okay.
oh yeah, the other prisoners are willing to work with us if we can arm them.
Sweet. I will take some of I'll take the spare weapons and go out into the prisoner area.
Okay. So you've got 2 long swords and a bloody short sword.
So, which door is the way out? Trevin, like just in case the guards come a knocking.
I will point to this door right over here.
Okay. Donatium, you do not see him pointing.
Oh yeah, you're blind. I forgot you can't see in dark, and I don't have light.
Maybe like, oh yeah, I forgot. I can turn on this candle.
You have a little candle now.
I will start unbarring the prisoners' doors.
Okay. So When you open Devon's door, he says, "Shut it, I don't want to die."
Are you sure? I have weapons.
You're gonna fight. You're gonna die. I don't want to die.
I would rather die fighting than die waiting to die.
I'd rather live.
You'd rather live a horrible life in slavery?
Living is living. Death is death. We're damned either way. So at this point, you can see Devon for the first time. You can see the scars of torture upon him. You can see the whip marks. You can see the brand. You can see where his eyes have been removed.
Both his eyes have been removed.
Yes.
Hmm.
Like, this boy has been tortured and broken.
I will just quietly shut his door. I won't bark back, but I will shut it.
All right.
And then I'll move on.
So when you open this woman's door, she also bears some scars and signs of torture, and she shakes a little until she sees the swords in your hand, and she stands up and she walks forward and she says, "May I? I don't know how to use it. I'm not going to be any help, but I want to at least stab them before they end me."
I will give her one of the swords.
She takes the sword. "Thank you."
It's a good thing I put my gear back on. Now I don't see that I'm a tiefling.
Yeah. Imagine if you were doing this without your mask.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will go over to this guy now.
So he's not shaking when you open the door. When you open the door, he's kind of hanging up on the wall by one hand, holding a sharp piece of stone and carving some symbol into it. And he says, yes, escape, one moment. I need to finish the thought." And then he finishes and he hops down. You can see that the walls are just covered in strange symbols.
What are you doing there?
Passing the time. I should introduce myself. I'm Jasper Drundelsput, professor of mathematics and ontology at... The GM has forgotten the name of the school in Cauldron, God damn it.
Yay!
It's been too long. At the Blue Water Academy.
Nice to meet you, Jasper. My name is Turbu Fabry. I'm a juggler in the city and one of the people who came down here to save the kidnapped victims.
Wonderful. It's a pity you became one of us yourself. Well, I wish you good luck, but I am not going to leave my cell naked and be slaughtered.
I hold up the weapon and the armor.
The small armor?
Yeah, the small armor.
And which weapon? The bloody short sword or the long sword?
The bloody short sword.
He goes, "My sword and my armor, wonderful. I'm no good with them, naturally, but it's better to be armored when you wander the streets of Cauldron at night after a late class." And he just starts putting it on.
When we put that on, I'll go to the last cell.
Okay. And as soon as you unbar the door, it pushes open because he's been leaning on it. And he leans towards you, rage in his face. He has scarring even worse than Devon. He's lost one eye, and he has scarring where it looks like they tried to get the other but failed. He opens his mouth into a grin. He's missing most of his teeth. Not like they were falling out, but like they were torn out. And he just looks at you. We're gonna murder them all, aren't we?
Of course.
Excellent. And he pushes past you. Where are the weapons and where is the light? He's whispering barely.
I will put the longsword in his hand.
Takes it. Excellent. Excellent.
I will also light one of the torches.
Yay!
Just so the other people have light.
Map. Vision. Night. There we go. It's your aura. Oh, that's right! The mask.
Oh, it's helping you forget.
It is not. It was not with your equipment.
Nope.
It was not.
It's a magical mask. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure they got annoyed with it, so they had to put it somewhere else.
Did we even take it to the room with Starbrow?
Yes, he did, but we dropped it when we got KO'd.
Yep. So yeah. Do you have that bloodstained chainmail?
Yes.
Okay, as soon as he can see, this gentleman will grab it and attempt to yank it from your arms.
I will let it go.
As he says, Krillscar. Krillscar Endercott.
Turbo Fabry.
Who is coming? Who isn't a coward? He says as he limps his way down the hall.
I don't think they've caught on yet. We should probably leave through the hidden exit.
What hidden exit?
One over there, by the where we found the weapons.
He walks over to the now shut door where you're pointing. He looks. I need to open his stat block. Because of course I do. And I don't see nothing.
I will walk over and open the door.
Ah, clever. He holds up his finger. Be quiet. And beckons everyone as he just walks in. These two will come in.
Am I over someone?
Nope.
Nope.
Just trying to make sure. I will close the door.
Okay. So you don't actually need to. It closes on its own.
No. That's convenient.
So yeah, you're now in this room.
I will walk over and peek through this door, if this is a door over here.
It is. So what you see here is a small room. I'm going to go ahead and open the door for you so you can actually see what I describe here. So it's sort of like a trapezoid coming out from where you are into this rectangular little room. The wall is smooth, just like these other walls, made out of smooth carved stone. And there's a switch right next to it that seems to be currently lifted up. And in this room, there is a creature that seems to be staring at the wall over here. It is a small metal thing with a large claw for one arm and a hammer for another.
I'm going to stealth.
Okay.
And attempt to move over to the switch.
Okay. So that means it is going to... As you do, it turns and looks at you expectantly.
Hello?
Can I see this?
You can.
That looks... What is this automation? Would this be a... What would this be?
This would be an initiative check.
Ah, crap. I was afraid of that.
Oh yeah, and I need their stats too, don't I? So, this is Irith and Jasper. So let's see, we have Mal, Donatium, Jasper, Hammer, Irith, and then in this whole thing, Kralskar is somewhere. Dead last.
Whoa.
Cool. So yeah, so Turvu, this thing has turned to you expectantly, raising up its hammer.
I'll flip the switch.
You hear a loud grinding sound.
And,
Donatium.
I'll also take a step back from the robot thing.
Donatium.
Crap, what is this thing?
The door is closing. What is this thing? That's a good question.
Wait, what door is closing?
The secret door.
Which one?
The door between you and it that he opened and then abandoned that is going to automatically close over the course of the round.
I'll move towards the door and shove my short sword into it so it jams.
Okay.
Get up.
It jams open. Jasper's like, I don't understand what's going on. And being who he is, Jasper actually has a rank in that. And he looks over you, he goes, oh shit, close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door, close the door.
What is it?
The creature makes a sort of mechanical clicking noise. And then you hear another grinding noise from over here. And then it steps up to you, Tarvu. And that's its move actions. Irith, He's like, what is the panic? What's going on? And Krillscar says, it's clearly an enemy, and that's all I need to know. As he pushes past, comes up here, and swings. And as he swings, his sword bounces off of its metal hide. Turvu.
Oh, crap. I am going to start performing Inspire Courage.
Okay.
And take another step this way.
Okay. Donatium.
Shoot. Okay, so I don't know how he knows this, but I will attempt a knowledge engineering to check.
That is no aberration.
Shoot. Acid splash it.
Okay.
Oh, this is not even.
That touches it. You pit it with some acid.
No saving throw and no spell resistance.
Jasper shouts, "They're already dead! Shut the door! It's some sort of automaton!"
What is that?
The creature turns to the direction it was damaged from, sees Karl's scar, and swings its hammer down upon him.
They just do 19 damage.
Yeah.
Lovely.
It just spun around, lifted up its hammer, and smashed Karl's scar in the head. And he falls to the ground, and there's not really a head where it was before.
Ah, fuck.
Aerith
Why is everything in this dungeon so scary?
goes, I think maybe we should not get involved, and backs into the darkness. Turvu.
I'm not sure if I can do this. I'm not sure if automatons can be fascinated. But I will stop my Inspire Courage and attempt to fascinate it
Okay.
with my bardic performance.
Nothing happens.
I will then take a step this way.
Donatium.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Gotta look up something real quick. This is not how I wanted to spend this session. But Trevor is like in danger.
And of course, everything is melee.
Fuck it, this is dumb, but I'm going to go in, like, while I'm moving, I'm going inside and grabbing the sword so the door is no longer jammed.
Okay. It begins to close.
And I am going to cast Shield on myself.
Jasper and you're like, nope, we're out. The Hammerer lifts up its hammer and continues and just brings another blow onto the bloody mess that was Krillscar. Dervu.
I'm gonna just attempt to walk casually past it.
It does not affect you as it continues to, pound this body into a deeper bloody mess.
I will go and hold the door open.
Okay.
I think they all retreated.
Yeah.
Should we go back inside?
Are you going to wait there for Turvu's answer? He just came through and held the door open for you.
Going in there ready to pull him in if he lets me.
Turvu, do you permit Donatium to pull you in?
Sure.
You get pulled in. The creature stands up. The creature stops and starts looking around. And then, Turvu, you can see, as it does not appear to see you through the closing door, you can barely see it as it just walks through the wall, as though the wall was not there. Turvu.
I want to examine that wall now.
Go ahead and make a will save.
Oh, will save. Prepare.
That thing... Shit, it walked through a wall.
Guys, that robot thing can walk through walls.
What?
That metal thing can walk through walls.
I don't believe you.
Donatium, you can also make a will save.
We'll save. This doesn't count as a fear, death, insanity, or confusion effect, does it?
No, it does not. You realize that those walls are illusory, and you can now see as that through them. And you can see another automaton, or maybe the same one, standing in the hallway. Turvu cannot yet, because Turvu hasn't realized. And Tonatium can see this one come stand here, the two standing together looking at a door over here. Intently. Turvu.
Okay. The walls are illusions. Try seeing through it harder.
Can I try harder?
Yeah. Nope.
Still not mine.
Donatium's full of shit.
Donatium, when I see something go through a wall, I know it has the ability to go through walls. Stop fucking with me.
Do you permit the door to finish closing?
Yeah, I'm gonna let the door finish closing.
Okay. Da 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 da.
We suck at this.
R.I.P. Girl Scar. And you can hear the woman say, maybe Devin had the right idea. Maybe we can, earn our place of comfort as an overseer of other slaves. 5-10 years down the line.
You really think you're gonna live that long?
Yeah, or you could die in the mines. Or wherever else you're being sent into slavery.
If you're lucky.
Jasper nods. It's a gamble, but it's the only chance we have. To die here fighting for freedom, or to die later.
It's a gamble. Don't have my spell book, so I can't exactly adapt to the situation.
So I was conscious when they brought me down here, Jasper says.
Did you see path they took you on?
No, but I didn't manage to wiggle my vision out until later, but they did drag me along until they hit the treasury.
Treasury?
Yes, the GM's looking up where it is on the map so he can finish explaining this properly.
Damn it, Jasper, don't break the fourth wall.
Yes, so from the treasury they brought me this way, but down, so the treasury is where they unloaded anything valuable. From there, they took me through this L-shaped hallway that was sealed off by secret doors, through a great hall with these catered columns with beautiful women holding up the ceiling, dwarven women, through another secret door that passed through then a regular door where the hobgoblins were dining, down a long walkway overlooking a chasm with a castle upon the other side, and then through the guard room and into here. So logic holds, if we could work the other way around, we may be able to obtain the treasures from that treasury. Yes?
Sounds about right.
By the way, Turvu, still kind of beaten up. You think you could help with that?
Nope. I'm completely out of spells.
So
I have
we
no
have
time
to
to
work it out for us. And I just used up my shield spell. Still have those two spells if I could figure out what to do with them.
Jasper goes, oh, what spells do you have?
I have Chill Touch and Hold Portal.
Hold Portal holds doors shut as well as open, yes?
Yes. What are you thinking of?
I'm thinking if we need to keep some enemies separate from ourselves. So all of us have been tortured, so we know that beyond the door out there is the guard room, and adjacent is the torture hall, where Zarkad has been torturing Coriston for the last while. If we could seal them off, perhaps we could keep Zarkad and his men locked away while we handle the immediate guards. It's a thought, perhaps.
We could do that.
It's a thought.
It is a thought. I just need to know when to use it.
I could fascinate the guards to try to get them, distract them while you move to the door.
Do you need to touch a door to hold it?
No, I just need to see it. At least within... I can... As long as it's 100 feet in and I can see it, then I could be able to hold it. At least for 2 minutes.
Oh, that should be more than enough time, yes? If we carry you through the rear to cover us?
Yeah.
Well, he looks over at you. Well, Tiefling, you're the strongest one.
Me?
Well, you're an adventurer of some sort. I am merely a mathematician, and I do believe Irith over here was a... She goes, noble's concubine. Yes, so see, neither of us have any idea what we're doing. So you lead the way, Mr. Turvu, and then we act as meat shields while Tonatium keeps everyone isolated so that you can kill them piecemeal? We'll, of course, attack anyone who comes close to us, but I think our priority is to keep Mr. Tonatium safe while he holds the door shut.
Guess that makes sense. That being said, I'm not in the healthiest of conditions right now.
I don't think any of us are.
Again, this is a gamble. If we try to rest, that's an even more dangerous gamble.
I'm gonna use Death Watch.
Okay. So, what exactly do you see?
It lets me see the health conditions of anything around me.
Yes, I know. I'm asking the categories because I don't want to look it up.
Looking it up right now. Fragile, alive and wounded with 3 or fewer. Fighting off death, alive with 4 or more. Healthy, undead, or neither alive nor dead.
So, Jasper is currently healthy. Iram is the alive with 4 or more.
So she's fighting off death.
Yes. And then you two are what you are.
Fragile, I think. I'm at 1 HP.
Jasper, how are you so lively?
Oh, that's simple. It's very, very simple. If they come and they put their knife towards you, you scream and you cry and you act like it hurts, and they stop sooner because they've gotten their kicks. They only really hurt you if you're like Curlscar or Coriston and fight them. Plus, of course, I'm a gnome, so I have always been quite good at using my innate abilities, and I try to make sure with my prestidigitation that I seem more injured than I am when it comes time for my sessions.
Clever.
I think I should let you know I have actually not used any of my abilities for the day, so I have all of those standard gnomish tricks available.
Fill us in with what those gnomish tricks might be.
Oh, well, prestidigitation, naturally, making little illusions. I can conjure forth little lights to dance across the sky. Make the sounds whistle from where I wish. Quiet, like ghosts in the distance. And, of course, I can speak with rats.
Well, I guess I will lead the way, but you are a lot healthier than me in my current state.
Well, if you want to be the meat shield, I guess you could, but I do not know how to use this. He shakes the short sword.
I will gently toss one of my star knives in my hand. I am kind of better at long range anyways.
All right, then. If I die, I'll kill you.
Noted.
And he comes
I'm gonna
along
turn
this
over
way.
to Iris real quick and say, "Hey, are you? You wouldn't happen to be comfortable using a crossbow, would you?
She shakes her head. No.
No.
The only weapon I've ever been comfortable with is the dagger that my current lover's father bought me when I was a young girl and his lover.
Overhearing this, I will actually go over and give her one of the daggers that we picked up from a dead body. I'm guessing this would suit you better.
Yes, this isn't the beautiful dagger, but I can use this better. And she spins it around a little. Now having a weapon she's proficient in. Da-da-da-da-da.
Jasper, I will be right behind you.
Okay. Jasper nods and just gently opens the door, triggering the surprise round of combat. So, I suppose this is the time for initiatives. Get to the bottom, you two. Get out of here, you. So, Turavu, Donatium, Turavu.
I will throw one of my star knife. I will throw my star knife at 196.
Okay. That hits. And do you get sneak attack? I forget.
I do not.
Okay. Because, yeah. So he's sitting at the table playing a game of cards, and he gets a star knife in the back of the neck. Donatium. You cannot see the door.
I do not see the door. Still can't see.
No, you cannot. Now you can.
Okay.
You can see a door right there.
Was that the door? Was that the guard's door?
They said that there was a door right across the way. That's the words you got.
Okay. This is a prize round, so we only had like a move or a standard action, right?
Yep. Iruth is going to go shit and run forward in front of you shouting, "Stay back!" And Jasper will go, "Well, this is not what we were intending." And now we're in the first full round, Turvu.
I will take a couple steps forward and throw another star knife at 196.
Okay. He's still flat-footed. Not that it matters.
Sadly, it's not a crit threat.
No, that's not a crit threat. Close, though.
There's 101 from a crit threat, yeah.
Oh, Hobgoblin 196 is not looking very good now that he has two star knives in the back of his head and is just about. It has, dawned on him that he should not be playing cards. Donatium.
Shit. Which door? Which door?
There's a door right across the way, and there's an L-turn door.
I forgot which door was supposed to be the thing.
The exact words he gave you were the door across the way.
And across the way would be this one over here.
Which one? Okay. I'll cast Old Portal on it.
Okay. Iris will take the dagger that she has proficiency in and stab 196. Not confirming. for enough to make 196 fall unconscious.
Nice.
Jasper will hold up his sword towards 180 and say, "Surrender, foul knave! Surrender! You have no hope here!" Making the Hobgoblin 180 shaken. Well, he's still going to come up here and attack Jasper, but he's significantly worse off for it. As he stands up, drawing a long sword, and shouts, "Prisoners escaped!" And misses because he's kind of afraid of this gnome that's holding a blood-stained sword pointed at him. Turvu.
I'll use my third throwing knife, my third morning star knife, and throw it at him.
Okay. That hits. He does not look super great. Tonatium.
I'll let you know ahead of time that, like, in order to open a door that is locked with hold portal, the DC to, like, force it open would be as if it was locked plus 5.
Cool. So you just have to keep holding it? Is it concentration?
Let me check. No.
Okay.
It's 1 minute per level.
Then
Different levels, so 2 in total.
Yep, so you are free to do something else.
Acid Splash 180.
That,
Does that touch?
that does touch. Aerith will flip her dagger around and stab at Hobgoblin 180, getting it into a clink in the armor and not doing damage. Jasper lifts up his sword and says, "I warned you!" So he has that base attack plus that strength plus the penalty for not being proficient. He makes an embarrassment out of himself. Hobgoblin just looks at him and goes, "Puny fool, we slaughter you all." As he hits Jasper. Jasper is now fragile.
So he has 3 or less HP remaining.
Turvu.
I'm going to take a step forward.
Actually, no, before Turvu. I'm sorry. I forgot these people. Ugh! Get out of the way, I'll try it. Ugh. You weaklings! The door isn't even locked.
As you hear the handle jiggle, I guess it is.
What's wrong with this door? Now, Turvu.
I use my 4th and final star knife. I will take a step forward and just stab at him.
Okay. That will hit. He is not looking super great. He's fighting for his life. Tonatium.
I'll shoot Hobgoblin when
That
I
does
forgot
not
that
hit.
touches.
That does not
Yep.
hit.
It does not.
No, it touches.
Oh, you're using acid splash. I thought you said you shot.
No, acid splash.
Okay, then that hits. He's really he's fragile.
Please do like 1 damage here.
And he is now unconscious.
Yeah.
Jasper takes a full round to slay him, shouting, "I warned you, fool!" So they continue banging at the door, not able to get through it at this point, and something else is going to have to happen.
What is that? Something else?
Nothing you're aware of yet. Turvu.
I will grab my star knife from the dead body of 180, and I will start juggling the two of them.
Okay. So, Donatium, this hold portal will last until the end of round 20. Just so you know.
Yeah, we can at least throw them off a bit more if we grab a key from one of these guards.
So, those guards have studded leather armor, light steel shields, long swords, long bows, 20 arrows, and a potion of cure light wounds each.
I'm taking that cure light wounds and drinking it right away.
Yay!
Now I'm at 6 HP.
And all your non-lethal damage is healed.
Irith
Does that mean I'm
kills.
fully recovered?
Yes. Irith kills 196. Jasper goes, I would really have liked that. As he's just bleeding from these wounds along his front.
Sorry, I panicked. I was looking for keys.
Boom, 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 boom. Fucker. Turbo.
Was there another potion?
Yes, on the other guy.
Did we find spare keys or...
There were no keys.
I will add the potion to my juggle pile and then drink it.
Okay.
Or... Okay. 1, 4, and fully healing my non-lethal, which is really good. I can stand in the front line now.
Donatium.
Shoot. Nah, they had arrows, not bolts, did they?
That is correct. They have bows and arrows.
Of course it was that. Let's hurry up and open this door.
Stretch. Open. You see through that door a stone walkway carved at the top of a cliff that descends down into a chasm deep below. Turvu, you can see the corner of the castle on the other end of that chasm, and make out a little bit of a bridge. Tonatium, you can do that too, because you can see through the torchlight. In fact, everyone can. Irith is like, that must be the castle Jasper mentioned, as she moves forward to take up her guard position in front of Tonatium. Jasper goes, yes, across this bridge, across this walkway here, is the room where the guards relax. Then, of course, I'm gonna off these guys and let Zarkad handle all the roundhead stuff. Bang, 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 bang.
Oh.
No.
So that happens. And then they're distracted. So she's going to do that and take advantage of that ability that doesn't normally exist in Pathfinder. And you hear on the other side of the room a voice screaming, the voice of Zarkad going, "Ah!" as the sound of lightning radiates out from the other side of that door. Followed by a voice saying, "If y'all are killing people, I'd like a little assistance now." Turbo.
I will, as I move towards the door, grab my other 2 star knives, but put them away, so I'm only juggling 2. And I will yell at Sona Team to open the door.
Are you crazy? Fine, I trust you, Turbo, as I release the spell.
Aerith runs forward and kicks open the door, revealing to everyone the other side. There's Zarkad, looking not so hot, the hobgoblins, and at the back of the room, a mostly naked woman covered in torture scars who's got her hand out and electricity is crackling between her fingers.
Is that the default sorcerer thing that's used on the D20 page? Or the D20 PSSRD thing?
Yes. So Jasper's like, "Shit, we should have hi, Corson, we love you, you're wonderful. Please don't get us all killed." The hobgoblins wait for Zarkad's orders, and Zarkad says, "You kill them, I'll kill her." As he steps forward, drawing a long sword, and stabs towards Coruscant, hitting Retro.
Ruh-roh, Shaggy.
Coruscant is now fragile.
She's at 3 or less.
These hobgoblins come up to the door, and 100 attacks Aerith. Like that, rather. Still missing, and the other one attacks Jasper. Hitting.
Why'd you get up front, Jasper? No.
Jasper is now unconscious.
Well, at least he's not dead.
Coruscant's like, I don't want to be here. As she says that out loud. And proceeds to tumble her way out of the room behind everyone as a move action. And as she gets up, she fires off a ray of lightning towards Zarkad. So that ability actually means she gets to do this as she tumbles. Which means that this is going to be really badass. Hi. Best introduction for an NPC ever.
Yay.
20 damage?
No.
Oh.
But that means that she managed to tumble around and hit him in the back, so she gets her sneak attack damage again.
Sneak attack with sorcery?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Zarkad does not look very good. Could have been better. That was kind of a shitty roll. Tarvu.
I will attack Hobgoblin 98.
That hits. Hobgoblin 98 is like, oof. That hurts.
Big oof.
Donatium.
Well, this is getting hand fast. I will Acid Splash Zarkat.
Okay.
Damn it.
They shouldn't crit out.
That does not hit, no. Irith will take her dagger and stab at 98 because she knows at least some basic strategy. Unfortunately, she does not hit. Jasper is going to try desperately not to die. He wants to bitch at you later. It's not looking so great. Jasper, what are you doing?
Please don't die, Jasper. Lift a bit at me, please.
Zarkad is going to turn. He's going to growl. He's going to grab a javelin off his back and say, "Die, you electric bitch."
Oh no.
What?
Oh, okay.
That.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, my critical
God,
failures always come at the best time.
Oh my God, it wasn't me.
I wished it was me.
I meant like, who got the crit fail?
Oh no, but yeah, I meant, like I wish he was targeting me.
Yeah.
And as he throws, he slips and stabs himself with the javelin.
Oh.
Nice aim, asshole.
So 1d20 plus 4 does not confirm.
Oh.
He is now fragile.
Nice aim, asshole.
Goes, "Ah, you witch!" The hobgoblins. Well, they both turn to Irith. Or one turns to Irith, the other's going to turn to Turvu. One turning towards Irith hits. Irith is now very fragile. Disabled, in fact. The one over at you.
Hits.
Ouch.
8 damage.
Yes.
Alright, and I drop one of my star knives because I got hit while juggling. Because I was only juggling 2 star knives, so it doesn't matter what dropped.
Okay. Coriston will go, "Oh shit." And she will hold out her hands, and 2 magic missiles will come flying out, one towards 100 and one towards 98.
She's level at least 5. I think.
And 98 is fighting death. Turvu.
I will stab at 98.
That hits. Tonatium.
Okay.
I also told you to get behind me.
Okay.
Huh?
Tonatium.
Would it have been 2 minutes since I casted shield?
No. Or since the other room, yes.
Shoot. This is not gonna end well for me. Cast out splash at Hobgoblin 100.
Okay. That'll hit.
Come on, we were rolling so good a bit earlier.
Iris is like, I'll be okay in a moment. Jasper's like, I don't want to die. And I won't.
Yet.
Zarkad is just like, you bitch. And he charges towards Coruscant, provoking an attack from Turvu.
Which I will take. And not hit.
This is falling apart very fast.
I don't think he hit.
This is falling. Let me correct that. This is falling apart fast for everyone involved.
For literally everyone.
Literally everyone's having a bad time here. He is using a slashing weapon, so he takes 1 damage and 1 point of bleed. Hobgoblin is like, takes a step over here on top of his friend's corpse and tries to hit you, Turvu.
Which he does. I'm unconscious. I'm at -5.
Coruscant is like, tumble back across the table. And she's going, and as she lands, she's going to put her fingers up and be like, Ray of Frost at Zarkad. Missing.
Please hit him, Antonio. I'm pretty sure he only has 1 HP left.
Turvu.
I gotta not die. Still dying.
Don't hit him.
Shit, this is not how I imagined this day. Oh, acid arrow, Zark, and pray.
Acid Arrow?
I mean, acid splash. Sorry.
Acid Arrow is a much higher level spell.
Please touch.
11.
Damn it!
He didn't have the -2 from charging?
-2 from
Apply
charging.
to touch?
-2 from charging.
That's with the -2 from charging. It's 11.
Nope. I forgot about that.
Or does that not apply to touch?
I forgot about it.
Oh.
Oh, he's hurt. Oh, he's out?
Yeah.
You hit because he you hit because he charged, which caused his AC of his touch AC to drop from 11 to 9. He only had 1 HP. You could not have not knocked him out.
Aerith is like, shit. Aerith is like, shit. As she takes a 5-foot step forward and attempts to swing her weapon at the Hobgoblin. Get out of here. Fortitude save.
Womp womp.
Hobgoblin's like, this is coming out of my pay, isn't it? As he steps forward to attack Donatium.
Ah, fuck. Owie. That would have hit if I had the shield up. Ouch!
Coruscant is like, hey! Numbnuts! As Hobgoblin turns to her. She fails to make it, so he's flat-footed and against her attack. So she only deals a pittance. Oh god. So close.
So close, so far.
I gotta not die.
Donatium.
Still dying. Still dying.
Stage. This could work. This cannot. But this is like probably a bigger gamble than just trying to play it safe.
What are you gonna do?
But I am in close range. Shit. Thingies.
Can you just move backwards? You use your acid splash more, please.
Is this the moment you chill touch?
Oh,
You knew that too. You knew it.
chill touch.
Chill touch.
Please
That's a
touch.
touch. Motherfucker.
Is it a tie?
12.
Oh, fuck.
It's okay. I did not lose a spell, so as long as I don't get hit again.
You still have the charge.
Yeah. Damn it, this is so close. She's stabilized.
I'm the one who hasn't.
Oh.
Oh,
I'm going to take a screenshot of his hit points at this moment so that you can see what the heck is going on. So you can know how close this is if it goes badly. So he's going to lift up his sword to attack you.
Hi.
Miss.
As I definitely jump out of the way.
Corsten is out of that ability, but not out of this one. Her last time. Oh, God. The hobgoblin wobbles disabled.
Oh, come on.
Come on, not dying, please.
Yay! Turvu's not dying.
I'm not dying. I'm at -7 though.
Donatium.
Touch him.
Touch him.
Damn it.
Backward shift.
He's going to take a 5-foot shift after you, and he's going to attempt to raise his sword towards Coruscant, actually.
Does he make the save?
Yes. As he brings the sword down.
Oh god, is he gonna kill Coruscant?
Confirming.
He's gonna kill
Oh,
Coruscant.
fuck. I am bad at this, Kit.
Please touch him, Antonio.
Donatium. The entire fate of the world is on your shoulders.
Touch him. Touch him!
You touched him. I'm just going to go ahead, because he's at 0 and you've touched him. I'm going to go ahead and say you just touch him and you grab him and you keep holding until his life force is drained away.
Oh, man. I couldn't save Coruscant.
Oh. Da 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 da. So
Okay,
how many hit points did you have at the end of that fight?
At the end of that fight, 4. But, like, considering he hit me with 6 hit points, that means he could have, like, gotten me or not.
Yeah. Do you want to see? Okay, so I took a photo of his hit points when Mal went down. 4. So at that moment, you had 4, he had 4, Coruscant had 1. Then Coruscant dealt 4 damage. That was tight. So
Damn it.
um,
They could still jack their own potions of cure light wounds and like try to get. Well, does Zakdar have like any cure light wounds?
so let me run one moment to give you some experience.
Is that each or?
Each of you get 600. The two hobgoblins had the same equipment as the others, including one Cure Light Wound each. Zarkad has 2 potions of Cure Light Wounds, his longsword, 3 javelins, because one got all broken up when he tripped on it earlier, his suit of banded mail, 88 silver, and 15 gold.
Kid, I'm upset.
Why?
The first time we fight a ranged opponent, he never attacks me.
He's not really a ranged opponent.
Well, he has ranged options.
A lot of these people have, but they aren't using them because they're bad.
Yeah. The only time he threw something was against Coruscant.
Yeah.
Damn it. That wound is too deep. I think she's dead.
Yeah, she's he like slit her throat and she's just laying there, blank-eyed.
Oh. Okay, so I got 4 key light wounds. I can...
I assume you're gonna kill these 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will more than likely need 2, because I'm at -7. So unless we roll an 8...
Okay. This
Or
one's...
7.
This one's a Trevor.
Yay.
I am at -3.
For Eros.
Yay! She saved at
And this
-1,
one's for
so she's back at full hit points. What was that last one for?
Jasper.
Jesper. He was at -6, so he's back up to 3.
I'll give Trevor the last. Trevor.
I am up with 3.
Oh my god.
Well,
Yeah, you just imagine I'm like all covered in blood from like both the wounds and Kirsten like got killed and
I just wish to remind you, you had the choice to ignore Coruscant and let her die and flee.
Mm-hmm. But if we had succeeded in saving Coruscant, we would have had another person.
Yep.
It was worth the risk.
I don't know, but still I have no regrets. All I regret is that I failed. Again.
All I regret is he hit me twice. And
I'm like, I could have failed harder, but if I don't get everyone out alive, it's just another loss to me, personally.
Well,
Sucks being the mage at low levels.
so my question for you is, do you want to keep pushing? Or do you want to end the session here before heading out onto the bridge across the way to the sleeping house of the guards?
That bridge is gonna be full of bullshit. I just know it. I'm gonna save that for later. Also, I need a restroom, so I'll be back.
I think that was an epic fight.
yeah,
Especially considered how underleveled you are for this area.
yeah, you're at level 2.
And how you're all, like, way out of resources.
I have no spells.
Donatium doesn't even have a spell book. But yeah, any questions, comments, or concerns at this point?
We're gonna die.
Someday.
We're gonna die like next session.
Did the 600 each didn't take you up to level, did it?
No, we're at 3,800.
Okay, and you level at?
What is level 3?
5, right?
Yeah, 5,000.
Okay. Oh, you should be using the Swift XP chart, I just realized.
We should be using Swift.
Yeah. You may be a higher level than you are.
Let me check out what the Swift is. Level 3 is 3,305.
Yes.
So we would be level 3.
So you'd hit level 3 of this fight.
Yes, that's fine. We've been almost level 3. We would have been 100 points off of level 3.
So that is where you're supposed to be. It just crossed my mind that the XP levels are like skewed to D&D 3.5 in this.
I'm back.
So Antonio,
Something about skewed levels.
we're not using the normal track. We're using fashion. Level 3 is 3,300.
Okay, we're using fast. Okay.
So I will permit you to video game level.
So just immediately level up.
Yeah, we'll start next session with you guys at level 3.
Sweet.
A little short session this time, but you know, we got a bit done.
Okay, I have a question. If we're gonna video game level up,
You will gain.
About, like,
you will.
spell.
You will gain your new spells, but not your old ones.
Okay, so I will make a note of that.
I will. I don't think. Don't quote me on that in the future, but I think I will permit it this time around.
Yeah, just for this time.
Kind of a case of you were working them out in your head, and thus you had an epiphany and you discovered the spells. So they're not in your spell book yet. If you use them, you can't re-prepare them. But you just, whatever spells you pick, you're just like, I understand now from this fight. It clicks. And so you can use...
That bumps me up to having a single spell slot left to use.
Yay. Now you're only a level behind where you're supposed to be right now. Hooray.
It also bumps my spells down too.
How are we surviving?
By the skin of our teeth and
good strategy.
Yeah.
Just the plan had holes.
And sacrificing the NPCs you're here to rescue.
I now have Inspire Competence.
Yay! Maybe you'll have it now.
Oh yeah, it also means we get a feat. Oh, I should at least roll my
feat.
Hit die, where are you, hit die?
I am totally hoping you don't die and trigger the second the death consequence for this level. I'm hoping.
Is there a death consequence for this level?
Yeah, so each of the levels of this fortress in the first adventure, your death doesn't kill you, but there's a consequence. You hit the one for the first level. There's one for this level, and you're going to fucking hate it if it happens.
I gain 7 HP.
I'll be honest, kid. If I die again, I'd prefer to stay dead.
Oh. On the one hand, I think you would. On the other hand, I think you would love... Like, it'll be something that when it happens, you'll go, God damn it, if this were an anime, I'd love it. But it's not, so I hate it.
I don't like bad things happening in anime.
I'm assuming the explanation for how I have currently 10 HP when I have 8 was I checked my wounds and they did not look as deep as they appeared, or as they first were.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, full hit.
So that's the explanation for Tonatium. For you, actually, the explanation is that your smoke boiled out of your wounds and healed them.
Oh. Demon powers, activate!
Would you go to full hit points, please? For reasons.
Okay, then. I am now at 21 HP.
17.
Yeah, sure. The gas that flowed out of your wounds as you leveled hit everyone.
Full heal.
It's a good thing you killed them. Don't count on this in the future. But it had reasons.
Thank you. Thank you, mystical gas.
I'm not going to enjoy this next part of the track.
So I have no idea what next week is going to bring. I think
at least it's not a total failure.
I think I'm going to give a spoiler image to you and to the people watching of what I hope it brings, but I actually don't think we'll hit it next week.
So now I am out of first level spell. If we don't include those 2 new spells I'm getting.
Yeah. So I'm going to give it to you before I go through the effort of making it be visible for anyone watching. Because you're players, you get the advantage here. Should make sure I put it in the right area. There you go. Hopefully next time, but probably the time after. How about
100 goblins.
It's in the Shackled City chat for you.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Oh god, it's a beholder.
I never encountered one of those either.
God.
I don't really do much dungeon crawling. I just go on adventures. Why
are you going to make Antonio useless? It is a beholder.
I don't even know what that is, except for that. Oh, the only time I saw a beholder before this was the Goblin Slayer anime.
The main eye nullifies magic.
Oh.
And the rest of the little eye tentacles shoots fucking laser beams.
I wish you didn't exactly. Well, I already know that from Goblin. I didn't know about the magic.
Yeah, if whatever it's staring at with its central eye, not be able to do any magic.
It is not a level appropriate encounter. We'll see how you handle it.
It is not a party appropriate encounter.
You wouldn't happen to have you wouldn't have to happen to have coarse powdered flour, would you?
Don't worry about it. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm sure everything will be fine. We're gonna die.
It's gonna go just as well as the mimic.
I mean, at least with the fight against the beholder, I'm not gonna be helpless. Because, yeah.
I don't think it'll be next session. I have no clue where next session is gonna end, but I do believe that that's going to be at least a session out.
Do I get any juggler powers? No.
I wonder if the people watching this on Twitch live, because there are quite a few people sitting in there, if they have any opinion about that.
If they have any opinion about a bard and a wizard taking up a beholder.
If they do,
he did.
If they do, they're being silent. It's okay. The people who come to watch tend to lurk. I think most of them watch while they're at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, at least I get my second level spells if I want to go down that route.
Yeah.
I still only have my first, but I get another first and another cantrip.
Yay. Actually, that's what we'll probably encounter next week. Next week we'll probably find Tonatium's spell book.
I hope so.
Which will be useless against the fight with the beholder.
I could smack him with it.
You're being very pessimistic, you guys.
We're gonna die.
Maybe that's a friendly beholder.
Maybe. Or, maybe it's the beholder. It's like the beholder from, that one...
Maybe if I squint really hard, I can imagine it as it coming out from Monsters, from the world of Monsters Incorporated. It's a friendly beholder. It just only scares children when they're in bed.
Oh, maybe that's why it's here to buy children. It's here on behalf of Monsters Inc. to buy some children and take them back for permanent laugh power.
No, kid, no, not that route.
Oh, I could make anything terrible. Yeah.
Did the children even survive that kind of machine?
Permanent laugh power?
Oh, wait, the laugh power. Oh, I was thinking this. Never mind.
Oh, you were meaning that sucking out the soul bullshit.
Yeah.
No, I was picturing them getting thrown into a little prison full of beds and they just get made to laugh all the time.
Yeah. Then the air becomes polluted because it's not a genuine laughter of happiness.
Yeah, but if it's like 70% effective and they don't have to use power to open those wormholes, it's a win. And this is what happens when Mike and Scully take over the company.
Death.
Because capitalism.
No, not capitalism.
No. Yes, joy and happiness is a source of power. Let us cut expenses and bring the children here so they can be happy forever.
On the next episode of Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah. Next time on Shackled City, hopefully no one will get me going on philosophy beforehand and we'll start on time.
Maybe not.
So, we do need to do our standard session end. Favorite, least favorite parts?
That entire fight.
Talking about my favorite part.
What was your favorite part?
The entire fight.
Cool.
The getting my shit kicked in the corner of a cell was my least favorite part.
Oh, I really do like how I managed to escape that door. That went a lot better. It didn't quite go as I was hoping for, but I made it work.
Yeah, well, I was listening to that. I'm going, yeah, you can do this. I could make you roll a bazillion dice rolls, or we could just make it work. Yeah. I was counting down the time.
My original plan was use the acid splash, but that one episode of Avatar where they were using water bending to cut through the metal pipe or the metal bars.
Yeah, that would have taken you hours.
Yeah.
Acid splash is really weak.
I know, it was just my only bet.
Yeah, it was a cool idea. That was a great example of the sort of resourcefulness that these sorts of old games bring out, and I love them so. As a GM, my favorite part of the game was when you sacrificed your easy escape to try to save the NPC. Who was level 3 until I made her level 6 in order to save your asses.
In order to cast 2.
Yeah.
And she died anyway.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it just doesn't work.
Stupid dice.
I mean, when it comes... let's be frank here. When it comes to rescuing kidnapped people, you have not been doing the greatest job.
I mean,
to be honest, I've been having a horrible track record of that even before this campaign.
We're saving 2 currently.
That is true.
Fucked up a hostage situation.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I really wish that we had any talent whatsoever to turn this into some sort of novel or fan fiction or something, so that we could read it back in a couple years when the pain is healed and go, ha ha ha, awesome.
Closest thing I could do is probably a webcomic, but I don't feel like doing that.
I have a feeling you really don't want to draw a ton of TM suffering.
Guys, I immediately know what feat I am taking.
What?
Arcane Strike.
What's it do?
As a swift action, you can imbue your powers as a fraction of your power for 1 round. Your weapon deals +1 damage and is treated as magic, purpose becoming damage reduction.
Cool.
It's like I think it's like the arcane pull for Magus, but not as nearly.
It's like that, but it is for only 1 round, but you can use it indefinitely.
Yeah. For a moment there, I was like, wait, did they change the name of the ability when they moved it over? Because Coruscant had this broken 3/5 ability from a Splat book. Sneak Attack Ray.
Let's make Ray attacks, sneak attacks with Rays.
Yeah. And as she gets converted into Pathfinder, she gets 5 a day Electric Ray.
Mm.
In addition to her
Yeah.
cantrip Ray of Frost that she can spontaneously transform into electric damage.
So I would need sneak attack first, but because I was like, I don't know, if she had lived, I would have asked if I could learn how to do that.
Yeah, you'd need her level of rogue and then that.
Oh well.
Oh, wow.
Rogue is a thing I might switch into. Either that or Swashbuckler.
We will see what happens.
At least about where it exists.
Well, so from your perspective, you didn't see sneak attacks. You just saw, lightning bolts coming out of her hand and piercing people in sensitive areas.
Shocking him in the butt.
What in the butt? An electric jolt in the butt. Oh God, it burns in the butt.
So with that door escaping to the prison door, I didn't feel like that resourceful since I played as Zaldos.
Oh gosh, yeah. Tonatiuum is like Zaldos, but nerdy. Oh God, could you imagine Tonatiuum just lecturing Zaldos about how important it is to keep all of the artifacts properly organized and cataloged?
Zaldos is just dumped him in the bag of the
bank.
He had the quiver of holding.
Zaldos is just toss it in the bank, it's fine.
No, I like to imagine them arguing over organization, and then Tervu just comes along and starts juggling.
Chuckles would throw a stone at you and see if you would fall over.
Which would do nothing.
And at which point Chuckles would probably jump in and try and be juggled.
No, literally, if they threw a stone at me, and I'm aware of it, it will not hit me.
Yeah, at which point Chuckles, especially if Chuckles is still a snake, would be like, leap! Juggle me, bitch! Fuck, Gnome Chuckles probably would too, wouldn't she?
Yeah, she would. She'd probably be a bit heavier, though.
I can juggle anything I can hold in one hand.
I'm gonna look up something real quick.
Chuckles
Don't know if I have her weight down, but
she wasn't very heavy.
she was light even for a rogue.
For a gnome.
For a gnome too, so I meant her equipment.
Well, she was a necromancer.
So she was more of a. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, but she had dual class because.
Because it was that game. Damn it, Tom! Why'd you have to join and make everything OP and then it all exploded?
Yeah, she was 34 pounds as a gnome.
That's with all of her equipment, right?
Think so.
And easily be able to juggle her.
You're now juggling a gnome who is shooting out rays of life draining in every direction.
And then I use throw anything arcane throw to chuck her at people. Or arcane strike to chuck her at people.
She could probably combine that with her pounce ability.
Shoot. That game was... when we describe what happened there, everyone seems so much more powerful. But then you remember that up until Tom joined, it was one player.
One player versus the world that just wanted to off him.
Yeah.
Good thing he had undead powers.
Yeah. And then the moral of the story was the thing the world needed to off him was just friendship all along.
Damn it. I don't even call it friendship. I think it was more like, this guy just suddenly showed up and started bossing me around.
Yeah.
I can't.
So I was like, I didn't take this from the noblewoman I was sleeping with. Why am I going to take it from you?
I can't wait till I hit level 5.
We killed us. We went to an unnecessary boss fight because the said boss was a jerk to him.
When I hit level 5, I get Snatch Arrow as a bonus feat. So I can grab anything that's coming to that's a ranged weapon and then immediately throw it back at them.
Nice.
Yeah, I think that was Aldous' biggest flaw. For all his power, he's like easily pushed around.
Yeah.
His best friend was a snake that turned into a gnome.
Oh gosh. And then the noblewoman is still my favorite part of that old Zelda's game. Because at first he's like, fine, I'll fuck you to get access to the library.
And political safety.
And then he starts falling in love with her just in time for her to be like, yeah, I'm bored now, bye. And it was like, no.
Then he gave a cult. And said cult assassinated at this pope. And he had to take responsibility.
It was just wonderful.
Even though, like, he wasn't even aware of the cult until, like, he learned they assassinated said pope.
Yeah. There were so many cool things in that game.
Yeah.
That is second to the first Kingmaker that we did that had, like, Fen and Tiger and everyone. My favorite. Yeah. Unfortunately, the thing that made that Kingmaker so good is the same reason it collapsed, that conflict between Fen and Tiger.
Yeah. They just kind of let the conflict get the better of themselves.
Yep. Yeah. Well, I guess it's time to go. Have a great weekend.
We got pizza to eat.
Enjoy your pizza.
Oh yeah, the dog to watch.
Enjoy your dog. Your Remember, if it's bad,
eat it.
Yeah. I was about to make a joke and I realized the dog's name probably isn't Bryce.
No, it is Gemma.
Yeah. When I was a kid, we had a Korean neighbor who would babysit our dog. Mm-hmm. And our dog's name was Bryce. And when our dog misbehaved, this old Korean lady would lean down and go, "Be careful, or for dinner we are having Bryce on rice." And she informed my mother that we really were lucky to have that dog, because when they grew old and passed away, they were the most delicious type of dog. She was like a North Korean refugee. Had kind of a shit life, but Bryce loved her. She was great.
Alright, gotta leave now. See ya.
Peace.
See ya.